They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job. They're at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now a pass dropped off here for James White. And right away, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. So here are the 49ers and their offense in great field position already. And they will be led out by a young man making his first NFL start.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead.
Makes the score.
Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. A quick pass here to Godwin. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And going deep for Hill. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 60 yards. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something, when you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around, 1st and 10. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2.
Here's 2nd and 8.
At the 26.
And Jones has it over the middle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
The pass.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
That's good.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Being chased out left. Breaks through the contact. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
49ers 3.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
He can really smell 800 catches right now because that last one puts him at 799, knocking on the door. Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job.
I'm not sure it made a difference on that play, but one thing to keep in mind, here in the early part of the year during a day game, the sun does play a factor on deep balls.
Makes the score Cardinals 7. 40.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. On first down, Allen. That one complete to Hill. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening week. And Sims lost it. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. This is caught. Gronkowski. A gain of 6 there on first. The 49ers moving hastily. They're scurrying to the line. And he's going to keep it here. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. So it's 1st and goal and across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet, or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with it. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal.
Intercepted by the Cardinals.
That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. And that one will fall incomplete.
Allen's pass.
Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. That escapes the sack. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Avery Jones.
A loss of 16 yards.
Just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This will be taken at the 10. A nice little juke. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking deep for Julio. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where it was the visiting Seahawks who were able to come away with the road victory. Baker Mayfield, 2 touchdown passes as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. From there, we head north to Minnesota. Check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. 21-0, the final score.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd.
Lastly, let's head to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. See what's happening with the Bengals. And it's the visiting LA Chargers who have the lead in that one at halftime.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Derrick Henry has a touchdown run.
Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
That's good.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
1st and 10.
One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
3rd down and 13.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Rolling to his right. He hits Gronkowski on the out route. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 36. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
10 at the 36-yard line.
Back to throw now on first down. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Forced out to his left. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. They give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Makes the score Niners 16.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can. And he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Recovered by
always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down.
The quarterback taken down and sacked.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
Brought down.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now here in Santa Clara.
Cardinals.
It's 49er football. And how about this, a fake? And this is caught. And the fake will work. He's going to have a first down. The trick play works. Excellent execution. 18 yards on that fake and a first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Right back to him on first down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. 2nd and 13. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Number 86.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. It's their quarterback with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Now the 49ers electing to lead the offense out there and go for 2. We saw so much of this last year at the college level, but there you go. His first rushing touchdown as an NFL quarterback.
And with the speed he has, we certainly know it won't be his last because that's something that aided him very well, as you mentioned, at the college level. It's something he's going to carry over, and they'll make it a big part of their offense.
The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
At the 36-yard
So the
line.
Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
Touchdown.
Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for one here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you're wondering why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. And it's good, so that will get them back within 1 score. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just 1 play resulting in the touchdown. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Escaping the pressure right. He's got his big tight end, Gronkowski. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. So nursing a slim lead, and that is the opposite of protecting that slim lead.
All I can think here is that head coach, he knows more about what's going on with his team than we do. He must know something's up. Either he has trouble with his punter, right? He's worried about his defense. There's an explanation in there that we're going to ask for after the game, because in this situation, I wouldn't have done that in normal circumstances, but maybe he thought my best opportunity is with my offense.
Yeah, interesting. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he's into the clear. The 30. 10. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
Butker now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Cardinals. is Steven Sims. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cardinals cut into that lead.
And they put it in the end zone, which was job one. Now they have to convert, and then it's decision time, isn't it?
Yeah, so this is what all teams go through. You look at the clock, you're inside 2 minutes, look at your timeouts, make that onside kick decision.
Yeah, how do you feel about your defense, where you are in terms of the scoreboard, and the time left on the clock, as you noted? So many things to go through.
They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Now a handoff looking right. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
22-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week one. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week one. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.